Good afternoon. Welcome to Jen's Awesome Show. We are here. It's an I Love Shipple Wednesdays. I have Bullshipples with me. We have Jess as well, although she seems to have ducked out for a moment. So we'll get set up here. And we have all kinds of things to tell you about today. We have some updates, we have some news, I hope you brought your day timer or your planner or your schedule app because we have lots of things to announce there. And then we're all going to learn something, or at least I'm going to learn something. So hopefully you do too. And as always, feel free to put your questions in the comments. I do try to look at them every once in a while, so we'll do our best to answer those. So, Jess, what do you have for us this week?
Oh boy. So I have decided that I'm going to give a more concerted effort going forward as meme queen.
Woohoo!
Yay! So starting today, we will have our new meme challenge, and I will be more involved in the Telegram group. I have been finding it a little bit difficult to find things, so I'm going to work on being more active in the Shipple.io Telegram group, and with that, we're going to be rewarding some people that have been making memes. And also, so the last meme challenge was future. And we're going to start a new challenge. And we will have a week to complete it. And the new challenge is going to be nautical themed.
Nautical. Ooh, I like this.
So thinking shipples, shipping, shippling. I don't know, whatever you can come up with, however you want to take that. I feel like there's lots of good puns out there, and lots of opportunity to make us laugh.
Am I allowed to use memes that I've used before?
I mean, why not? I feel like with the first iteration of Shipple, there were a lot of great memes that I'd love to see again. So if you created something in the first time around, why not? Let's bring it back, because there was so much good art, good meme art that was created, the first time around. So bring it back. Let's see it. We just need to make sure that we're including bullshipples.io, your wax address, and help me out. Oh, hashtag gamify generosity.
Right, all of that. And I see somebody's already posted one. Huh. Imagine that. Perfect. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing some memes. I'm looking forward to making some memes and maybe sharing a couple old ones. So that'll be good.
And I have been reviewing some of the ones that have been in there, and I have to say that Martian has been killing it with the memes. I was laughing so hard looking at some of them. So we need some folks to step up and give him a run for his money.
We need a challenger or several. Yes.
I love those days when we had the meme contests and there was just so much fun and so much life. And I love that you're doing themes, because sometimes, 600 memes later and I'm like, well, what do I do next? And so I actually just posted a picture there in the Telegram. I haven't memed it yet, but I think that might be my next template that I'm going to use for my next meme. So anybody that wants to use it, feel free.
I
don't know.
I think that would be fun.
Yeah, I don't know if everybody saw the picture of Greg with his shillionaires photo that he posted, but I feel like that could be a great meme.
Yes. Where did that go here?
So that was a fun one. The red blanket one.
Giggle. Yes.
It was really good. There's so much fun stuff that happens behind the scenes. I think we need to start outing each other more often and throwing each other under the bus in the funnest possible way.
Yes, absolutely. There we go.
Oh yeah,
yes, there it is. He's like the sheik of shill.
Yes.
Oh, I love it.
Yes. Now all we need is to add a boat to that in the background.
Yes.
Okay. This could happen. So let's see here. We also have some Shipple missions. So what do we have going on for Shipple missions this week? We have, let me see here. A Shipple mission right here.
Did we have any prizes to give out to previous memes or mission winners?
So the meme winners, I believe, up until now, the winner each time is to receive a Shipple pack.
Ooh.
I want to say, and then also
like
I still have some participation. Some participation trophies to give out for anybody that just makes a meme. So
Awesome.
make a meme with your wax address, and I'll be sending you something fun.
I do love memes. What the?
Yes.
How do you get here?
Yes, Glass. Hi.
Hi.
Well, hello.
Hey, Bullshipples, how will the
Yo.
Blue Dax Shipple pool work?
Dude, you're jumping like 4 agenda items ahead, but I love
I'm
it.
sorry.
I'm here for
Roger
it.
asked.
I love
I'm
it.
just trying to give the people what they want. I'm
Right?
sorry. I'll shut
I
up
mean,
now. I'm a guest here. I'm sorry.
I think what we really need to do, Jen, is there is a really fun picture of Corey, if you scroll up in the Shipple.io Telegram, that
Oh.
he put out a little mission on Twitter for the best Blue Dac tweet. And I just happen to have a really good picture of Corey at the beach.
You're pretty funny.
I mean, I think
Yes.
I think it would just be appropriate or inappropriate to go to that one.
Has anyone heard from her?
I haven't yet, but I think we might be able to raise her on Shipple leaders here soon.
Good. Okay.
Because I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. Like, I started working with Kurt, and she got
What
kinda... Yeah, that's freaking so good.
So what's super fun about those hundreds of memes that we did back in the day is we do have some pretty fun fodder.
Mm-hmm.
And I have some actual pictures of Corey that we'll have to post on the channel that people can play with here soon too.
One sec, just so you guys know, this is here.
Oh, dude, so good.
Yes.
So good. There were definitely some fun memes. I feel like we should be giving some prizes. Yeah, when people post those memes, I think it's time to be like, yo, guess what you get?
Make it rain, yo.
I like that plan. What kind of prizes do we have in mind?
Well,
I mean, we used to just pay people in shill.
Now, Jen,
that's a thing.
Right? On which chain do you want your shill?
Right.
So,
Silver platter much?
Silver platter. You did mention the new Shipple mission, Jen, and there is a current Shipple mission running. The current Shipple mission, if you follow Shipple.io, if you follow Blue Dac, and you follow Nefty, and then retweet and tag 3 friends, and then post Shipple mission complete in our Shipple.io Telegram, what will happen is everyone that does that is going to receive 100,000 shill. And we are going to do a daily drawing for Shipple token pack. And so there's a reason that we're really focused here on Blue Dac, which is friggin' amazing. Good job, Cor. And Nefty blocks. And this feels like a little bit of a spoiler, but I think we might as well just jump into it now that Corey's here. So Blue Dac launches when, Corey?
If all goes well, I mean, the memberships go on sale tomorrow, come hell or high water. The dev team is working on the website right now. They were not confident 3 days ago that they could get it done. They were semi-confident yesterday that they could get it done. And so, like, maybe it'll get done. So, yeah, now what's going to happen for sure tomorrow is memberships are going to go on sale, and we're going to be adding a whole bunch of liquidity from like a few of us on our personal funds to the Wax Blue pair, so that people will actually be able to get their first little bits of it to then take to the other pools and do all this stuff they want to do with that.
Guess what I have ready?
Right? Yeah, exactly.
I'm ready. I'm watching that countdown timer right now to get my very, very inexpensive
They're cheap
memberships.
as nards. I was telling
Well, I
Cece,
mean, they start
seriously
that way.
considering- I
Hey,
was
wait a minute.
considering adding a 0 to all these prices.
Well, yeah,
Right.
but I can pay for these in like 4 different currencies. Did you know that?
Yeah. I mean, I had to make every one of those individually. So yes.
So you're
I
aware,
mean,
but
I might have like 3 different accounts set up to buy in Upliftium and in Yoshi Bucks and in Wax and in Yoshi. I mean, just because. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I'm kind of tempted to do the same thing. I know multi-accounting is often frowned upon, but I want one of each.
Not here. I don't care.
I hear that M Blue loves it. That's what I heard.
Yeah, like
Left them all.
multi-account. I don't care at all.
Oh, hey,
I'm
and
like,
this one
well,
was,
On the
like,
actual Blue Dock system, there's no benefit to multi-counting, but like the whole point to like giving all these different options to pay and like the price goes up. I seriously think these are worth between $100 and $1,000 each, right?
Right.
So you can get some
Dude.
for 10. You're welcome. Whatever.
Yep.
well,
right?
Yeah, that was very.
Yeah, I
low
have a
price
wallet
at
set up
Scoreboards.
for each of my 3 kids. We have well, I won't say their names because they don't have computer identities yet. But yeah, each of my 3 kids has their wallet, and each of my 3 kids is getting the. How many can I buy at once, Corey? 10 at a time? Yeah, each of my kids is getting at least 10 memberships. So.
On Wax, on the other one, it's 5 because there's only 100 each of the
Ooh.
other
got
ones at each level.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's 5.
Yeah.
Huh.
I just want
Oh,
to
that's
give
okay.
as many people a chance with the other currencies to get in. But
Nice.
we can, yeah. So you can bet your booty those pools are going to be real deep.
20 hours, 43 minutes,
Mhm.
and almost 30 seconds.
So, what do you think the reason is that we included Nefty in the mission that we put out today? I can think of a couple reasons. What's your guess, Jen?
If we included Nefty, it's because they're awesome. There's probably like more reason than that, but I think they're awesome, and maybe there's like a pool party going on or something that we're all invited to. That's my guess.
I mean, there just might be a new scoreboard that we just dropped today.
Ooh.
Jess is back. Woo-woo!
Yeah, I saw her down there. It was like, are you guys not adding Jess back for any reason? I'm like, fuck it. I'm just going to do it.
Thanks, Corey. I don't have the buttons. I don't have the control. I'm just a community member. So, you know.
Okay. Well, and Jen was looking at stuff, so that makes sense. Jess, it's so good to see you, sister.
Dude, for reals.
Legit.
This one.
The meme queen, even. Just
The
like,
meme queen.
come on now.
Yeah, Corey, remember those tournaments that we used to do with
Yeah.
Shipple memes back in the day? Oh,
Right.
yeah. Coming back. Coming back. And we actually have a new, we'll talk about it a little bit, but we have a new voting system that's going to be kind of fun. Pretty sweet.
So, okay, I'm just now realizing how big of a problem I'm personally going to have.
Right.
Now I have
There's
to
so many.
decide not to put Shipple and Nefty into a Shipple blue pair and a Nefty blue pair to come play in your game. I was talking to Kate about this.
You know.
I mean, you could make it, Shipple blue or Nefty blue, because either way they're going to be able to get in and out of Shipple for whatever. But I was talking to Kate about this, and sorry, I'll quit like yakking about stuff. So
You're good.
we're over the weekend adding Noken, the No
Nice.
City token, and Stake, which is one of the guys at Kate actually built this thing where you can buy CPU. So eventually CPU might become a problem with Wax. You basically buy CPU from them really simply, and then that's the way you mine this Stake token, and it's like stake like a cow, which is really hilarious. So we're going to be launching both of them over the weekend. And when I was talking to them, like, they're doing a lot of staking, they're doing a lot of NFT staking with Kate, right? And I was telling them, like, we're coming in guns blazing into this space, but here's how much fun we can have, right? You can pick an NFT, we can pick an NFT, and then we can compete to see how many can get locked up on either one of our platforms. Everybody wins.
Nice.
Right?
So
Like,
good.
Kate Blue LP, we can see how much gets locked up over there and how much gets locked up over here, and just like make it a big fun war, because literally everyone benefits the more people are playing this game.
So good.
And did you know that all those names you've been dropping, they all have Shipple LPs now?
Yep.
I wonder how that happened,
Weird.
D-Gen.
Yeah, right? I keep seeing like, oh, hey, yeah, just like you start like dropping them like bombs all over the place.
So good.
It's where we
There's
live
more
now,
things,
man.
though.
Like, It's funny. It didn't really sink in for me until I was on Binance Smart Chain putting Shipple on PancakeSwap.
Right? Crazy.
Just like do. It lives there now, and I was like, okay. And it's been on DeFi box for like.
We live in the future.
We do
in the future.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, and Corey, for a long time, and I don't know if you heard, but the meme theme for this week is ships, nautical. And you talk quite a bit about a rising tide lifting all ships. Well, what you're creating is the collections or the connections for that actually to be true, where by being connected with other communities, everything that we do does benefit all of the other communities that we're connected with. And there's just an exponential synergy there. That's incredible. With what you're building and the tools that you're bringing to the industry with your community tools that are going to be coming with BlueDAC, it's amazing. Like, it's incredible to see what is now possible that was just a dream and an idea like maybe a week ago. Right.
Yeah.
So,
Blue actually, it occurred to Blue this morning, like, because we were talking about I told him to put like all the Yoshi NFTs that have mining capabilities or are the Yoshi CN. I told him to put them all on sale for dollars for 25% above market and to do it right now. And he's like, why do we want to do that? All of that stuff becomes a giant doorway to Blue from dollars.
Yep.
He's like, man, this all just kind of all fits together, huh? I'm like, yes, it's one machine. It's always been one machine.
Yeah.
And it's all interlinked as a giant
that
network.
Fiat on-ramp. Oh, so good.
I mean,
Well, and Jen, I know we completely, totally derailed your agenda.
I'm sorry.
But this is pretty exciting. And I promise Jen has an amazing agenda and we will make sure we hit all topics.
I'm going to shush my pants. I might have to jump out for a marketing meeting, but I'm hoping,
no worries.
Kind of hoping they just don't notice that I'm not there.
I mean, it's way more fun to hang out here. Just saying.
So, all right.
So Jen and Jess, what do you have on the meme side for us?
Well, we could look at some memes. We could think about some ships. We could talk about some BlueDAC memes, or we could go through some talking about some prizes and stuff.
Ooh, I like prizes.
Because next to the new scoreboard there's a note that says new prize structure. So we should probably look at that.
We're actually in the process of updating the scoreboards right now. I was just texting with my dev here like 10 minutes ago. and so what's going to happen is the scoreboards will very quickly reference what was just posted in the Shipple.io Telegram. And there are some pretty cool new prizes. And so I don't know if anybody's picked up on the fact that we're going to have Shipple mystery packs coming here soon. But Shipple mystery packs. And I know I think Jess had a hard out at like 12:20. And so hopefully she can drop in and out. But when it comes to prizes, is there any meme that we want to highlight there in the channel before we jump into scoreboards that we want to give somebody a what's up and let them know that there's a reward headed their way?
Do you have any that you can pull up there, Jen, real quick?
I'm just wondering about that. I don't have the day. What day was it a week ago? That was like the 7th or the 8th or something. 7th, 6th.
I think so. Yeah, there were definitely some fun ones. You know what we're seeing coming out with BlueDAC. Oh, dude, Corey, I love that contest that you did.
Well, there were some that went with
which one?
BlueDAC, and then
your BlueDAC meme 24-hour contest. What I want to know is who won that one, because I mean that picture that I posted of you is pretty good. Just saying.
Yeah. So hold on. I gotta get the other thing here.
Show me some memes.
I mean this.
That was the winner.
Yeah.
So good.
there was two of them.
So good.
Let me see if I can add the other one. I think I actually downloaded it still.
Yeah. I think you actually posted it in our Shipple.io Telegram.
I did. I think. Anyway,
you know, it's funny. There's so much stuff posted everywhere that anytime I want to save something, I've been for myself. I just post it in our Shipple.io Telegram and then pin it, so I know where to find it later. So welcome to my diary.
Yeah, that sounds familiar.
Yep.
Yeah, here we go. I'll load it up. It's just gonna take me a couple seconds, or a very few seconds. Blink. It's super simple, but I like it.
I feel like we need some Jeopardy music. Oh, it's a party.
That's funny. Every time I turn that on, I
Dude,
keep
that's
making
so-
faces.
Whee!
Then you can't see them.
So
I'll go like
good.
this every time I turn it on. You can't see it because it's like this. Oh, I'm a nerd.
Oh, that's so good.
Anyway,
So good. Well, thanks for humoring me. I like to see memes, you know, and I know that Corey, you didn't hear it, but when we first started, Jess is our new meme queen, and her and Jen are putting together a plan where they're going to revitalize our meme contest structure here in the Shipple.io Telegram channel, and we're actually going to have tournaments and contests and voting. It's going to be exciting. So many prizes. Whoop, whoop.
yeah,
I'm
I'm stoked.
excited.
So we've probably made people wait long enough for all the announcements and all the spoilers that we are planning to drop.
I suppose.
So Jen, you're running the show. What order do we do what? Because there's
Okay.
so much.
Well, we already did Blue Deck memberships, and that was the end of the list. So let's see here
Thanks,
in
Cor.
order
Sorry,
of
sorry.
excitement.
Jumping the gun. Weird.
So
In-
crazy.
In order of
Move fast,
excitement
break
here,
stuff.
we've done the Shipple mission. Ooh, looks like Nefty Blocks is doing something with the Shippletopia collection and accepting Shipple for payment.
What?
Really? So I can pay Shipple for my Shipple?
That's crazy. I wonder if that's why we're having a contest today that starts right now for contributors to the Nefty Shill liquidity pool, because as soon as that pool's deep enough, Nefty gets to punch the button on Shipple payment for Shippletopia NFTs.
Did they tell
We
you?
will actually-
Did they give you a number?
We haven't had the exact number or the
Okay.
exact day,
Okay.
but
we did-
what
we
we're
just know.
running
Okay.
is the deepening of the pool.
Yeah,
And
I'm
there's
just
actually going to be
I need help now. Like that. See that this changes my mind, my own calculation, because the second that you can sell anything for Shipple on the site,
dude. so good.
anyone can sell anything for Shipple on the site. Like it's use case that, again, how many times have we said this year, Bullshipples? Like the idea that we could have a marketplace where you could sell anything, let alone NFTs with Shipple. Just okay, maybe in 50,000 years, and instead it's going to be like next week. So
Oh,
now
dude,
I have
wait
to.
till you
Like,
hear about the
I've got some
merch.
Nefty. Like let's rock and roll.
Well, and so the reason we're incentivizing this pool is the goal really immediately in 24 hours, and we're running a 24-hour contest, is to deepen this pool as fast as we can in 24 hours. And so for the next 24 hours, the top 20 contributors are each going to receive a Shipple mystery pack at the 24-hour snapshot. And we're going to do a drawing because our scoreboard will only show the top 20. We're going to do a drawing for everyone else below the top 20 and reward 3 lucky participants with a Shipple mystery pack. And then this is also one of our October monthly rewards scoreboards. And so at the end of the month, we will also be doing a reward snapshot. And those rewards, we're actually updating the scoreboard today. I actually just got a note from my dev like 2 seconds ago that the scoreboard might even be updated right now. And it might reveal what your end of month rewards will be in addition on our lovely scoreboard list. Aether,
I'm about
Nefty
to
Shill.
become
That's the
70% of this pool.
one. So good.
Yeah.
So good. And then
Now,
you might
that
have to
said, like,
maximize
I
your screen,
won
Jen.
I won
Might
some
have to
last
go
time,
full screen on this. There you go.
and I promised I was going to give a bunch of them away. So I'm going to do that right now too. And also, like,
still updating.
for rewards and stuff like that. I think I have like 5 or 6 packs, Marty, that that I'm going to
Nice.
donate to the cause.
Nice.
Just because I really enjoy whaling into these things. But like winning feels a little dirty. And I have another account that I also won with, and I'm keeping that shit for myself.
And so
The NFTs
throughout
are
the
too
day,
good.
we will be updating these scoreboards, and you will be very pleasantly surprised to see when the October monthly rewards populate. It's going to be friggin' awesome. It's pretty cool. But this is just one of the scoreboards. We have other scoreboards, but this is the one that we're focused on because, like Corey
That's
said,
cool.
being able to buy NFTs with Shipple. Corey,
It's
did you
nuts.
ever think that was going to happen?
Nope. I mean, didn't know what an NFT was.
Right.
Right? Like at all. And B, no. I figured like if we could get the token to moon a little bit, then we could afford some devs, and then we could make some things happen, and blah, 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 blah. Or we could just make friends with Nefty, and they could be like, yeah, hold my beer, which is incredible.
Yeah, that's a good plan. I like it.
Yeah. The new hold my beer plan.
And we still have the Aether Shill LP scoreboard. We will be adding more scoreboards as the months go on. But the focus really for this month is the Nefty Shill. And then we will be very actively participating in Blue DAC. Very excited about that. And so, Corey, like you said, all of those, there's just going to be so many good options. In my belief, my opinion, when it comes to liquidity pools, is that without incentives, kind of blah, kind of meh. Yeah. But what you're creating with Blue DAC and what we've created with our scoreboarding incentive rewards is there's a reason. Like there's a significant incentive and reward to participate in these liquidity pools. And the liquidity pools are good for the community. You know, they create that stabilized opportunity to trade one game token for another without having to sell all your stuff at a loss and then buy it again at increased prices somewhere else. If you can just swap back and forth between the platforms that you want to participate in, it's good for everybody. I mean, it's incredibly good. So
yeah, it's it's funny. Like when I started piecing this together, like obviously I was thinking about all this stuff, and really what had happened was we did some basic research. What are the projects in the DeFi space that last longer than 6 months, and what are the ones where the price drops to zero? And the ones where the price drop really, really quickly they'll have like 2, 3, 4 partner projects that are on there, and the ones that go to billions and billions of dollars have more than 30. It's like, well, let's start with 21 and then get 1,000.
Right.
But and so that was the mechanics. But now looking at it ends up serving all the values that we've been espousing this whole time anyway. Right. Like networking all the networks and community is power and just like creating those interchanges between all the different communities like that. That's just that's a part. Okay. I should have seen that coming more, I guess is what I'm very terribly trying to say.
Well, in the other 3 scoreboards we have there, Jen, we have the club membership that is still giving monthly rewards. There's the receipt miners that are still giving monthly rewards. And then we should probably look at the poker scoreboard because we have a championship final table coming up as part of our Shippletopia grand opening. Woo, spoiler. And who is on our top 10 list for our championship final table? Super exciting.
Yeah, it is.
Pretty fun. And shout out to Edward, our poker host. He's just incredible. He's been managing all of the data collection and entry and making sure that this stays updated for all of our awesome poker players. Free to play. Information and games are posted in the Telegram channel every day. And you get points for just participating. And so you don't have to be good. You don't have to win. The ones that consistently show up are really the ones that you're seeing in the top 10. And so we will end up doing weekly or daily rewards, weekly rewards, and then we'll start doing a regular championship final table as well. And I hear that there's an incredible prize package that includes land in the metaverse. What? You can actually win land in a poker game that's free. Just saying. Pretty cool.
That's pretty good.
I like this.
Oh, that's some old west out in California.
Old
stuff.
Yeah, we're not playing for pink slips. We're playing for deeds. Just saying.
Yeah, rock and roll.
But it's free, so they just come from Bullshipples Inc. and Shippletopia.
So when is this like grand championship final table?
What?
Happens to be linked to Shippletopia. When?
Well, I mean, Corey gave us some pretty good news yesterday, and we're targeting October 22nd for a grand opening tour of Shippletopia.
October 22nd?
So, Corey, I would like to invite you. That's a Friday afternoon, evening. We can kind of pick a time that works for you, but we would like to do a grand opening tour live here on the show on Friday, October 22nd.
Yes,
and that will be a little bit of a forecast because Friday evenings will also be our weekly Rave Cave events. And so coming up after our Shippletopia grand opening, tentatively 10/22 is when we have it scheduled. All the devs have to do the zeros and ones. And as long as the computers cooperate, we're good to go. But then we're planning our first weekly event on 10/27, which will be the race through Shippletopia. And then 10/29, the Nasty Hooks are going to come in and live DJ a show in the Rave Cave, and it will be the inaugural.
This
Oh
is
man,
the way.
it's going to be incredible. It's going to be so fun because you'll be able to come in and receive multi-chain rewards at that event. So Corey, tell me a little bit about the button that you push to turn on punch sign get thing. How soon is that?
It's not like we've had somebody working on it for a while, and like if I had good updates, I would tell you.
The good news is we will be able to have a link on a sign in Shippletopia.
Yes.
There's actually 4 different stages, and we'll have a link on a sign that will be able to take you to a website. You can acknowledge your attendance of the event, and we'll be able to send out multi-chain rewards starting from that first Rave Cave event. We've been working toward this for how long have we been working toward this? It feels like it's years, but it's really only like 4 or 5 months.
I was gonna say like
Wow.
the entire uplift around for 7 months since we
Right.
opened. So like it feels like
So
100
good.
years for sure. I had less
So good.
white in my beard back then.
Dude, for real, right?
Yeah. It's I used to hate the white in my beard, and now I'm like frickin' wizard. Let's rock and roll.
I'm there
That
with you.
works.
I think I'm way older than you too, Corey. So you're still.
I don't think you
still a
are.
young guy.
I don't think you
we
are.
won't reveal our ages. right?
I can. I'm 46. I think I'm
Oh,
older
dude,
than
yeah,
you
you're
are.
way old. I'm only
Yeah.
42,
Yeah.
but I'm gonna be
See?
42 forever because that's the answer to life, the universe, and everything. So.
I fucked up. Should have stayed at 42.
Right?
Speaking of which, it was the 42nd birthday of that story yesterday.
Oh
no
wow,
way!
that's
It's crazy. I wondered why yesterday felt so special. Weird.
Awesome. All right.
So Jen, I know we're pretty excited, and I'm
fine.
rambling again, but what was
Well, a
next
little,
on our
but
agenda?
it's all good. So, Shippletopia, we're gonna have a grand opening tour. How do I get to Shippletopia? Like, let's say that I don't own any land, I'm not whitelisted on anybody's plot. I want to go to Shippletopia. I want to go and do the race, and I want to go to the Rave Cave, and I want to have a party. How? Is that a Corey question?
So you're saying that somebody that has never visited the Uplift yet, maybe some of our Shipple OGs that haven't had the chance to visit.
Yeah, let's invite
You
them.
know, I know some friendly people, and those people hang out in the Shipple.io Telegram. And I'll
Ooh.
bet, especially if you're a Shipple OG, if you come hang out with us and just type, I want to visit Shippletopia, I think there's a collection of lovely people that would love to whitelist you on one of their lands because the uplift is still, closed pre-alpha, really. And so to get in, you have to have an access. We can help with that. And so if you want to visit, if you want to participate, come hang out in our Shipple.io Telegram. Let us know that you want to come hang out, and we'll get you hooked up. We'll get you connected. We can either whitelist you on one of our awesome community members' plots. We can help you pick up your own land. You can actually own your own piece of the metaverse, and in owning a piece of the metaverse, that's your ticket in. And so however you want to participate, there's lots of options. Just come and hang out. Let us know that you want to join us. We'll help you out.
Excellent. And there's even somebody in the comments saying, I have rail right by Shippletopia. I'll whitelist somebody. So look around, ask nicely, and people will be helpful.
For the people that are already in the uplift, Shippletopia is very, very happily part of the chicken caw world. And so Shippletopia, if you look at the map, the location is actually blocked out, do not pass, because the builders are hard at work, and there was some safety concerns with letting, letting characters wander through. They might have gotten, we don't want anybody to get hurt or die. And so it's do not pass. We will open it for the grand opening tour, and there will be some access points. There will actually be some entrances that will be highlighted on the map, and we'll post about them as far as how to actually get into Shippletopia. That'll be coming soon. So exciting. Oh, it's so fun to see that picture. It's nostalgic. So we've been keeping everything secret, and so you can't actually see anything that we're building. So this is a picture from several months ago.
Not an accurate representation of what is
What?
there. But
Secrets and spoilers. But just saying, it's going to be pretty fun. But yeah, we'll actually post a map here right before the grand opening that shows the entrance points to Shippletopia so that you'll know exactly how to get in. And then for that grand opening event, we're going to do a live tour. We would love for as many of you as are able to come in and participate and be part of the show. We'll have a live tour of Shippletopia, and so we would love to see all your smiling Minecraft faces and names above your heads for that event. It'd be super fun.
Unlike everything else, I promise I'll have the links up like more than half an hour ahead of the show. Hopefully we'll be about a week ahead of time. We'll have a time, we'll have a date. It'll be really well messaged.
Like,
not last minute.
My new website doesn't even work yet, so you're good.
All good.
Yeah, I'm not
so
scared.
Fun.
And this is so deserved because like I set a timetable for Blue Deck that was deeply unreasonable. And the devs were like, "Fuck it, let's try." I love you.
Move fast, break stuff.
That's exactly how. Right, and it might not be live tomorrow, but it'll be live the next day. I'm like, who cares? Fucking rock and roll.
It's awesome.
I'm fine. Everything's fine.
So good.
I'm okay with buying a membership and seeing the website the day after.
Right, like that. But it's like you mad at us? Like,
it sounds like an early adopter award to me. I mean,
yeah.
Yeah.
It's
so what I'm asking you, Corey, is don't market it very much until I get a chance to buy memberships, and then you can market it.
I mean, you see what I'm doing on Twitter, but like I've had people ask me like, "Oh, you're gonna do this? You can do this? You can do this?" No, like, "Oh, you're doing tutorials? Get up from Alcor, stake it on that. If that's complicated, wait." Right? Well, and people wanting like more fun and stuff. I'm like, "What we're doing? This is gonna sound weird. I'm not gonna make a roadmap."
It sounds weird because your internet sucks, but
Oh, does it? Is it better now?
Every other word. Oh, you're better now. You're back.
Okay. Yeah. Instead of making a roadmap, we're just gonna build the machine, and then like we'll write some dumb crap later if we have to. But it's like the actual functioning of it, and this is what the devs are. And they're very, very good front end devs that are working on this. And they've never worked in a project that wasn't like really fine tuning the aesthetic. And I'm like, no, the aesthetic, you guys are gonna nail that to any extent that you want. It doesn't matter. This has to work. Like this is connecting communities, and time is running out in this bull cycle to make our mark and set the patterns up that will maintain a huge momentum through the winter. Like it has to be functional before any aesthetic at all right now. And they're like, all right, cool, hold my beer. They didn't actually say that.
Love it.
But they should have.
And for anybody who's concerned about all of this, it's not that hard. Things like contributing to a liquidity pool and then taking that tokens.
It is. No, it really is. It's like having a different cryptocurrency in your wallet.
Yeah,
it's exactly
well, that's how it's showing up on blocks. So that's kind of what I'm assuming. So you take that and then you take it over to Blue Deck and do the thing. It's not going to be hard. Do you have to understand it? No. But it won't be hard.
You know what we should do?
We'll definitely, and once it's live, we're going to do walkthroughs and stuff. And that's the other thing, too. I think everyone else is going to do tutorials as well. Because, who benefits the most if the Shipple team does a tutorial about it? It's Shipple.
I mean, so I know. So Jen, let's do that. Let's transition into a tutorial here in a second. But there are two more things that I wanted to mention real quick because
there are a few things left on the list here.
Yeah, as we're growing the community, Shipple has always been just by the community for the community. I'm just a community member. Corey is the grandfather of Shipple because he's old. So funny. Jen is just a community member. Jess is a community member. And what happened was there was just a group that gathered together and an idea was born. And we came to the realization that we could do real world good by playing with this funny money joke token and sending it back and forth to each other and making memes and having contests. And all of a sudden there were thousands of people in this community. And with community, there's power. And one of the things that we wanted to do is really capture that and hold on to that and keep that as a core principle of our community moving forward. And so we've been thinking quite a bit about, well, how do we have community governance? How do we have voting? Because voting was one of those things that we love to do. And, when you're on a social and you're just, commenting to vote, it's pretty easy. But what we wanted to do was incorporate NFTs into a voting model. And so one of the things that will be included in the Shipple mystery pack is Shipple Power. And you'll actually have the opportunity to receive an NFT that will be the way that you vote for community governance. We're going to have meme contests. We're going to have build contests. And then what we're building is infrastructure for the Shipple charity because we want community to nominate nonprofits. We want to support those nonprofits. And then we want to gamify generosity where we actually have the opportunity for the community to vote on the distribution to the nonprofits. And so with Shipple Power, we will have the opportunity to have votes and community governance that isn't just a a token, not just a coin. It's an actual NFT that you can hold in your wallet. That's going to be cool and funny and awesome. The other thing that I wanted to mention real quick is we're going to have Shipple Fuel, because with all of these blendable opportunities to create miners and create staking and create reward opportunities, one of the things that we wanted to do was have an NFT component to those that helps with inflation. Because the last thing that we want to do is put out too much Shipple and tank the prices. You know, the LP pools will help with that. But one of the things that will help with that is if we can create use case for Shipple. And so we have been giving out just an immense amount, kind of as an early adopter reward season. And so there've been just lots of packs going out, and the rewards have been huge. Like, people are receiving millions of Shipple for doing very small things. One of the things that we learned in the community is for sustainable deflation, where we're not just devaluing the value of our coin by giving out too much, one of the things that we need to do is be careful with the amount that we're sending back and forth and the amount that we're giving out. And so one of the things that we came to in years ago in our previous community is a lot of times a tip or a reward that you would give one person to another was like 5,000 Shipple, or a prize was 100,000 Shipple, or like a grand prize was 250,000. And so those are really the numbers that our community has been built upon. But what we wanted to do here early for our biggest supporters and our early adopters is to reward you heavily. And so that's what we've been doing. And what you will see is we are also very carefully watching inflation to make sure that we don't dump too much on the market and, you know, blow up the value of the coin. Because for our community to participate in gamified generosity, we want to give you something of value. We want you to have something of value so that when you give, when you use your Shipple, you are able to do real world good at scale in a meaningful way. And so I wanted to kind of just address that one of the things that we're going to be doing is creating use case for Shipple for a purpose, to make sure that what's in your wallet has value that increases, not financial advice. What we are building is community power. We are trying to empower you as we gamify generosity.
I got to tell you this, and then I got to run to this awesome marketing meeting that I'm super excited about. The guy who invented Earth Day, I got off the phone with him before talking to you guys. This is my life now. Fucking M Blue. What? Okay. Wants to do Earthcoin. Everything you just said, we told to him, he lost his goddamn mind, because we're right. We can now be in this situation where, and it's all the conversations I had with you, Bullshipple, was about, like, it's great to want to do good with a coin. How do we make that actually work so that it's liquid and we can, you know, move in and out of NFTs to the point where we can actually fuel doing good in the world with Shipple, or fuel, you know, up and coming companies that are doing leading technology for green tech or whatever, which is what his plan is. And I was like, I want to work with you. Let's do it. Oh my God, this is fucking fantastic. I think that was verbatim what I said. I'm not very professional, right? But the last thing to make it all work was frickin' Blue Deck.
Yeah.
Because we can create the liquidity that will just allow things to move in and out at scale. But Corey, to the point, like it's going to be amazing.
You remember when you changed the world and then you just did it again?
I mean, crazy. I don't know about that.
I'm pretty sure.
We're working on it, though. Anyway, I got to go to a marketing meeting. We'll just call it Change the World Marketing. We're not doing that. I love you guys.
I love Corey. He's awesome.
I don't think Corey got the message that the marketing meeting is starting in half an hour.
That's all right. Hey, let's do you feel like doing a tutorial? Like
yeah, I think we should.
That would be kind of fun.
I want to run through the last couple things on our list here, and then we can focus on tutorial. So I have two things. We have some upcoming shows. Nifty BC. What's that all about? What and when? And who?
So at 4:20 Pacific time, which is 7:20 Eastern time, Mello is inviting me on to the Nifty BC show. The link's actually posted in the Shipple.io Telegram, in pinned, I believe, or it will be soon. And then I think TC's on there. Chad might be on there, and we're pretty excited about that. We're going to just have the opportunity to share and chat. We love Mello. He's been creating some art for the Shippletopia collection. You're going to see that coming soon. That's a bit of a spoiler. But one of the things that we're incorporating into Shippletopia We didn't really talk about, the weekly treasure hunts or the quests that are coming, but we're going to incorporate, multiple artist approach, multi-medium approach, and you guys are going to really like what we're putting together, because it's not just utility. Yes, the NFTs will have utility. Yes, they will give you rewards. Yes, they will be blendable and upgradable and all of that, but they're actually going to be pretty cool. You're gonna want one. The other thing I want to mention real quick, Jen, is there's a few things that we've needed in place in order for the chicken blender to function correctly. And with BlueDAC, with this super blender that Nefty created, with the opportunity to use Shipple fuel, we're finally going to have the opportunity to have that chicken blender go live. And I was just talking with Corey yesterday. This is another bit of a spoiler, but in the Upliftium mining pools that you can go to on the Uplift, he has given us the opportunity to be the first community pool that will actually receive Upliftium for the miners that are created in the Super Blender with the chicken memes. And so that's pretty fun.
That's exciting.
What's even more fun, which is hard to believe that it could be more fun than that, is not only will we be able to have a community pool as part of the Upliftium miners, we'll also be able to stake chicken pack miners that you blend with the chicken memes on BlueDAC. And you'll actually be able to get NFT rewards and token rewards on BlueDAC. What Corey hasn't really shared yet is BlueDAC will have the opportunity to stake not just token. It's not just putting tokens into liquidity pools. We can actually set up through the community tools section that they're building out. We'll be able to actually stake NFTs in addition to tokens for rewards. That is going to go nuts. Like, it's going to be incredible. Pretty excited.
That's wonderful.
So,
I love it.
I might have just stolen one of his spoilers. Sorry, Corey.
Oh, spoilers are good.
So good. So I know that, our community has been so patient with the chicken miners. And part of the challenge was we had an idea that was beyond the tech at the time, and this is, 5 months ago or so. But what's now being built actually allows us to do what we've been wanting to do for a while now. So it's pretty exciting.
That is fantastic. I'm excited about that.
Whoop.
Other show announcement. You and I are going to be talking with Ken Bozak on the 22nd at, I don't remember what time, but it's in my calendar. Not prepared.
Whoop, whoop.
This is why I have a calendar. The 22nd at, it's not in that calendar. I believe it's 10 o'clock in the morning my time. So that would be 9 Pacific and 11 Eastern. No, 12
Sounds
Eastern.
right. And I have a feeling that info will probably be posted in all of our socials right before the show.
Oh yeah, that yes, both that and the Nifty BC show. Everything will be posted beforehand here. So
I'm sensing a theme, Jen. Is it seems a little bit like people should be watching, especially the Shipple.io Telegram, and watching what's pinned, because it seems like everything goes there.
yeah, it's a pretty happening place. Like, just since we've been on the show here, I'm looking through all the things, and people have been posting things and responding to us, and like it's a good place to be. You should definitely be hanging out there if you aren't already. There's a link in the description for the show. If you haven't already joined us, you need to, because reasons. It's fun. That's why, really. It's a lot of fun. All right. There are a couple other things on the list here. So, real quickly. We talked about Shipple Power, Shipple Fuel. How do I get them? I want some.
Ooh. So one of the things that we will be doing with our new reward structure and our new prizes is we have been giving out Shipple standard Shipple packs and premium packs. Those will be part of our next token pack drop that's going to be happening probably the first part of November after the Shippletopia grand opening. Don't worry, you will have the chance to get more Shipple. You will have the chance to get more club memberships and receipts, receipt miners, because those are going to be upgradable and blendable. You're going to want a bunch of those. But the Shipple mystery packs are actually going to be a part of that token pack drop as well. And they're also going to be what we're shifting to for most of our rewards. So most of our rewards will be given out in the form of a Shipple mystery pack. And what we wanted to do was gamify the reward. And instead of it just being a set amount of Shipple, one of the slots will have a random varying amount of Shipple where you could get 1,000,000, you could get like 5,000, you could get anywhere in between. And the percentages of the common to mythic levels will be posted so you can kind of see the math on it. But in the Shipple mystery pack will be a random amount of Shipple. Also, in the Shipple mystery pack will be a random amount of Shipple power. And there's actually going to be different levels of voting power. And again, kind of that common to mythic approach where it's gamified and there's going to be more commons than mythics, which is what makes the mythic. I guess that's how that works. But you will have the opportunity to receive these as rewards for participating in the community events. And then there will be Shipple Fuel, where you can actually receive the blending components that you need in the Super Blender to create your miners and your staking rewards and your higher level NFTs. Those will be in the rewards that we're giving out to the community. One of the things that we're very excited about is with Nifty Blocks, once we can accept Shipple token for NFTs, we will actually be able to sell Shipple mystery packs in our collection. And so at any point you want a gamified experience of maybe getting some more Shipple token, you want some Shipple power to be able to participate in the community governance voting, and you want some Shipple fuel to be able to participate in the Super Blender and blend your cool NFTs to make even cooler NFTs, you could go and buy a Shipple mystery pack and receive these kind of just basic community components that are the fuel and the power and the token that drive the community.
Cool. So when? You know me, never beating around the bush there.
As soon as we finish the ones and the zeros, we're actually working on the art right now, and we're putting together the NFTs themselves, and we are hoping to transition and have those ready as part of our Shippletopia grand opening. And so between the grand opening tour and over that next week, the goal is to actually start using those for rewards. So if we're going to start using them for rewards after the 22nd, my guess is they would be ready pretty quick, pretty close to that. So.
Yes. All right. Good. Lots to look forward to. And if anybody is not marking their calendar for the 22nd for that Shippletopia tour, you're going to be missing out on something fun. I don't want to give away too many spoilers, but there might be a once in a lifetime thing as part of that. Maybe. Don't know. Not done yet.
What's fun for me is the builders have been keeping secrets from me. And so there's going to be some fun spoilers that I will get to experience, because we have Russ especially. Oh my goodness. We have such an incredible build team led by Russ. And I just wanted to give a shout out and a thank you to Russ. You have been amazing. You know, Shippletopia would not exist without you. And I want to say very publicly, thank you. The community really appreciates what you've done. And I really appreciate what you've done, because, you know, we've had so many hours there in Shippletopia just dreaming and imagining. And what happens is you take those dreams and imaginations and bring them to life and create what's just an idea. And so thank you.
And it's amazing and it's really fun. And I'm so excited to share it with everybody.
So good.
I want to tell all the things and I can't. So in order to keep me quiet, we should probably move on to the tutorial part of things. So what are we learning today?
Well, you mentioned the other day that you were interested in the egg chain project and how to get your Shipple on BSC. Do you want to do that? You want to do like a Shipple on BSC tutorial thing?
I do.
I'm part of the process. And so if we're going to do a full tutorial, I should probably pull up my wallet so that I can participate as well. Because right now we actually have a manual bridge.
I'm waiting, hanging out here. I hope this is a good place to start. I
think so.
I tried to look at the things today, like, I don't know, using Binance as an exchange, and I got bogged down in the verification because my app wasn't the right version, and they were supposed to email me some sort of number that never showed up and scan my face. I can't keep a straight face when something's scanning my face. I make faces. You scan my face. Okay, I'll be serious.
Oh, that's funny.
So serious. No.
I love it. Well, it looks like you actually already have your Binance Smart Chain activated. So let's start in the guess where we're going to start. I'll give you one guess. Shipple.io Telegram?
I actually don't even know. The Shipple.io Telegram. Okay.
So So if you're
I'll have to
sensing a
change this here.
theme, I'm going to
Hang on.
reinforce it a little bit stronger. Everything starts in Shipple.io Telegram. It just
Okay.
does.
Then I
So,
need to adjust the thing.
yeah, let's start with the instructions. That'd
Okay.
be awesome. So if you're thinking, I heard about this Shipple on BSC thing, I want some of my Shipple on BSC, and you're trying to figure out, well, how does that work? How does that happen? In the pinned, you should be able to find. There it is. Do you want your Shipple on BSC? Let's start with the graphic, actually, Jen. Just open the graphic and.
Ooh, it's so fancy. I like the bright colors.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, our art team is awesome. I'm thankful for them. And so if you want your Shipple on BSC, you've heard about it, you want to know how to do it, this is your chance. We're going to show you how to do it. And so this is kind of some basic instructions. As you see, it says go to Bullshipples.io BSC for clickable links. And then actually posted along with this picture, if you exit out and look at the Shipple.io Telegram post, there's actually a link. Go ahead and maximize that screen. My eyes aren't super good, and so as long as it's big, I'll be able to see see what you're doing. And so step 1, transfer 10 shillion wax shill to Shipple on BSC Wax Wallet and put your BSC wallet address in the memo. And so, Jen, do you have 10 million wax shill?
I don't remember which account it's in. I might have it in both even. I don't know.
So you would go to your Wax wallet. So you'd actually start in your Wax wallet and do a transfer to Shipple on BSC.
Yeah, I do, but that one's a little low, so maybe I need to use the other one.
So much shill. Pretty exciting.
Yeah.
And so as soon as you...
Okay. So now that I know what I'm doing, I'm going to send a transfer. So I need to...
As soon as you send a transfer, and then in the memo, make sure that you put your BSC Wax wallet. So I saw that you had your Metaverse wallet open, and so you have, and then what will happen is as soon as you send that transfer, it'll show on the blockchain. There will be a memo that includes your BSC Wax wallet, and then we'll jump to step 2. But yeah, step 1 is you actually go into your Wax wallet and send 10 million Shipple or 10 shillion to Shipple on BSC. And then you'll probably have to load all balances.
This is fun. Okay, so everybody's getting the grand tour of what to do when.
Yep, this is exactly it. Yeah, step by step. Step by step, it starts with Wax wallet and send a transfer. So.
Okay, so I'm going to send it to my thinger, which was in the other window. Maybe it'll open in this window. Yay! Okay,
and you should be able to just click it and it'll copy to clipboard and put that in the memo.
And pasty paste the thing.
No, so the BSC wallet address goes in the memo. Yep.
See, this is why you're here.
Yep.
Okay,
so that goes in the memo. And you're sending it to the Wax wallet, Shipple on BSC.
And always proofread your stuff, even if you're me.
And then make sure you're sending Shipple, not Wax. Because you wouldn't want to send 10 million wax.
Well, I don't have 10 million wax, so it doesn't work.
Yeah, I don't either. And then double check your zeros because you don't want to send either 1 million or 100 million. What happens, and we've actually had this happen a couple times, is if you send an incorrect amount, it'll just return to sender and we'll actually just send you it right back. But
that's wonderful.
Yeah.
But why?
It's we have some safety.
That's good. Okay, so I can just send it.
Yes, and as soon as you send it, then go back to the website, and then in the instructions, you'll see where to see what you just sent.
I think I can just click this link, can't I?
So just for the tutorial, let's
go to the instructions.
Yeah, let's go to the instructions because we definitely want to go step by step through the instructions just so people can kind of see the step by step process. So you did the first half of step 1. You transferred 10 shillion wax to Shipple on BSC Wax wallet, and you put your BSC wallet address in the memo. And then you can view transactions with that handy link right there in step 1.
Okay.
Yay! Woo!
Woo!
And then...
Oh, there it is.
Oh, hey, that's you. And so then
Yay.
what happens in step 2?
Step 2. DM Bullshipples on Telegram to confirm the transfer is complete. Okay.
So I'm waiting for my DM.
Oh, yucky. It did a thing. I don't like
No,
that.
it should work. You should be able to click send message and it'll just automatically open your Telegram.
Yeah, but it opened a different kind of Telegram. I don't know why it does that. The Telegram I have is not the same Telegram that it thinks I have.
The good news is I'm pretty findable in the Shipple.io Telegram. And if you send me a DM that says, hey, Bullshipples, I transferred 10 million, check it out. If you send me that DM, by the time you have done step number 3, let's just say most of the time I'm faster at transfers than the Bitcoin network. Just saying.
That's I believe it, and that's unfortunately not a very good look for the Bitcoin network.
Well,
However,
or it's just a really good look for us. I'm just saying.
Okay, so I did the thing.
Nice. So you sent me a DM,
and
yeah. Now what happens
English.
is on step 3, you follow this instruction. So go ahead and copy that token contract address, click copy, and then you'll just add token in your BSC wallet. And so now you jump into MetaMask and
figurize it, because
make big maybe.
Okay.
Oh, yay. And so you have assets and you have activity. On assets, you can import token, maybe. The screen's too small for me to read it, but I'm guessing. Oh, look at that. It actually auto-populated the token symbol and the decimals. And then what do you think you'd hit next? The blue button.
Beware of scams and security risks.
Oh, no. Maybe the lower one.
Probably add custom to. Oh, pretty. Okay.
Oh, dude. You already have it? That's crazy.
Well, I do now.
I just clicked send a second ago and it's already there. That's crazy. So we have been pretty spoiled on the Wax network. And as long as you have some CPU staked, you can do free transactions. Be aware that on the BSC network, there is a fee that you pay in BNB for transactions. And usually it's in the equivalent of 10 to 20 cents per transaction. But just realize that, when you're doing transactions, it's going to probably cost you between 10 and 20 cents per transaction. So you want to be somewhat cognizant of what you're doing and not just make hundreds of transactions, because what will happen is it'll eat up all your BNB. I saw that you did have some BNB there in your wallet. Looks like you have 0.05. That's probably about $20 or $30, something like that. So that would be enough to cover 100 or 200 transactions probably.
Okay, that's not totally terrible, and it does mean that I have to figure out that account verification and stop making faces at the camera.
All the different things, because what we're doing is moving to a completely different chain from Wax.
Yeah,
we just did a one-way transfer bridge where we took some of your Wax shill, locked it up in the Shipple and BNC Wax wallet, and then that releases it from the Shipple on BSC wallet into your BSC wallet. And so it's a bridge where we aren't creating additional shill tokens. We're just transferring the value from the Wax chain to the BSC chain.
Okay.
And then I'm really curious what step 4 is on our instructions.
Yeah, I'm curious too, because I'm sitting here staring at a blank screen, forgetting there were steps. So let's take a look.
So what do we do next?
Receive. Yay.
Nice. And then go ahead and click that link. If you want to see the transactions, we have the transactions both transparent on the Wax side with a link to that. And then we have the transaction also transparent on the BSC side. And again, we're pretty spoiled on Wax. It's very user-friendly, UI intuitive. But just know that with both of those links, you have the opportunity to view the transaction and the whole part of the process. And if you go into, for instance, the Shipple on BSC, Wax wallet, you'll see everyone that's sent. You'll actually receive a return to sender or two for some incorrect amounts. And it's all just, that's the cool thing about blockchain. It's all just transparent and it's out there. So let's go back to the instruction page real quick, Jen, because you have accomplished, you're done with transferring your Wax shill to BSC. And that was what? 8 minutes. Not bad. Not too bad.
Huh, okay.
And then helpful links. So without clicking it, but I just want to reference it, that connecting MetaMask to Binance Smart Chain is a tutorial of how to set up your MetaMask with Binance Smart Chain. MetaMask wallet is an ETH wallet. It starts with just the ETH mainnet. If you want to have your MetaMask wallet also work for BSC, there's a tutorial in there. There's instructions. There's actually many video tutorials as well. That one's an article, text format.
Yeah, that's the one I did this morning that was like super simple, right?
Oh, nice. Perfect.
I think so.
Oh,
yeah.
dude, you're ahead of the game. That's awesome.
Okay.
Well, and then the question becomes, now that I have Shipple on BSC, what do I do with it? Why would I want to do that? Corey on the show earlier mentioned that you can actually trade Shipple on PancakeSwap on BSC for BNB. Crazy.
Okay, so I go to the BNB and I get myself some pancakes, and then I can use my pancakes to have some eggs, and I don't need a fork. And then I can get back on my Shipple and go home.
So much good reference. I love that.
I'm so confused.
Well, I'm going to admit, PancakeSwap, especially if you're used to Wax and instant transactions, there's some delay on the transactions, there's a cost, there's some fees, and so that will be a separate tutorial. For people that want to participate in PancakeSwap, I would say that would be like tutorial number 2. We have a partnership with EggChain, who has actually created some incentivized liquidity pools in their platform. And again, my belief is that liquidity pools in and of themselves, while they're good for the community and they help stabilize the coin, and if I'm part of that community, it's good for, to have the stable swap. There isn't a lot of incentive on the earnings. There's usually a very small percent that comes from the swaps. And so that pool has to be used by a lot of people over a long period of time for you to earn much interest. And so why would you participate in a liquidity pool? For me, what I do is I look at the incentives on all the different pools, and then I move my tokens into the pools that give me the biggest incentives. And so if we go back to the instruction page, Jen, there should be one more link there at the very bottom. And a few important notes here. Only block transfer amounts of 10 shilling currently available. It's currently a one-way bridge. We have a dev partner that's actually working on making that a automated two-way bridge. That's coming in the very near future. Any other amount other than a 10 shilling, just for clean accounting purposes, will just be returned to sender. And 10 shilling is 10 million Shipple. And so I just wanted to very carefully note those real quick. But EggChain rewards pools. EggChain is amazing. They are primarily focused on education, and it's a way to learn about liquidity pools. It's a way to learn about DeFi in a game in a fun sort of way. And so if you have some Shipple, this is one of the places that you could use it. And very quickly, that first liquidity pool that you see there where it says Earn Egg C in the top left, that is their primary egg and BNB liquidity pool, where if you have a bunch of egg and you have a bunch of BNB, you can put it into that pool and you can earn egg, which is their game token. I'm going to ask you a question, Jen. Do you have a lot of BNB and a lot of egg?
I have no egg, and I don't know what a BNB is, but I think I have some.
So you have 0.05 BNB, which is only about $20, $30, and you don't have any eggs. So my recommendation, and you're a friend, so I'm going to give you some advice. My recommendation would be to not try to go into a pool where you don't have the necessary components of it. If you scroll down to the very bottom, the bottom right corner is probably where we're going to end up. And so the middle bottom, where you can earn shill by staking Egg C, is what we're going to look at first. And so go ahead and enable that. So click the big red button and enable. And then it should bring up.
Oh, it's not. It's just.
So let's do this. Oh, it did. Yeah, there's your pop-up. So what I do is when I have my MetaMask window open, I add EggChain as an additional tab, and then it'll automatically pop it up for you. Otherwise, you can go ahead and just confirm it the way that you're doing it. And as you see, just enabling that pool is about a 15-cent transaction. And so every part of this all the way through is going to use up a little bit of your 0.05 BNB. And so the other thing that we're spoiled with is, again, Wax is instant transactions for free. BNB, it takes somewhere between 5 and 15 seconds typically, and then you receive a notification that shows, congrats, it worked. So you can go ahead and close that window, or go back to the EggChain window, and then let's enable the other pool just so that they're both enabled, Jen, and then we'll end up clicking details. Because what are these pools and what do they give you? And so first you enable them to have the opportunity to stake, and then we'll look at the math.
How do I get eggs?
Oh, I'll show you in a second.
Is that
And
I
so
don't have any yet.
yes. So you have to, because you don't have the egg chain window in a tab of your MetaMask, you're going to have to go back to
Right.
the
Let's go back to
confirmation every
that.
time.
Okay.
And everything we click, there's going to be about 15 more of those. So it'll just be a matter of clicking each time.
Okay.
And as you can see, your BNB balance is slowly decreasing because
Yep.
you're paying those fees out of that.
Okay.
And then let's go to details on the middle. Yeah.
Whoa.
And so this is math. And these pools update about every 10 seconds. And what you see at the very top is the reward. So in this pool, 1,573,000 shill every day is being distributed to the total staked of 978. Is that what that number says? 978,000. And so there's lots of different people that have contributed egg in the amount of almost 1 million egg. And so simple math, about 1.5 shill per egg per day would come out to you as a reward for however much egg that you put into that pool. And so what I'd recommend, Jen, is that we put a little bit of egg into the first one and a little bit of egg LP into the second one. And I'll show you how to get those. Go ahead and click
Okay.
details on the second one real quick. And it says 2.27 egg Shipple LP. That's another token that's actually created when you add liquidity to a pool. And so when you add shill and you add egg, or egg and shill, because egg shill is just funny. When you add egg shill to the liquidity pool, you receive a liquidity pool token. That's kind of your reward for adding liquidity. You can take that reward, come back and put it into this pool, and then that's what enables your participation in the percentage of the rewards. And so let's go through the process on the first one. And I'm just going to give you a spoiler. The one on the right, the egg Shipple LP, is better. But let's do the other one first, just as a test, so you can kind of see how it works.
Okay.
If you click obtain here, that should take you to the swap liquidity mechanism. And so what it does is it starts you on liquidity. Rhetorical question again. Do you have any egg yet?
Nope.
So to get egg, there's a couple ways you could do it. You could either swap BNB for egg. So if you click swap, you could either swap BNB for egg, but you don't have very much BNB. Conundrum. Or you could what? Swap Shipple for egg? That's crazy.
That's what I was wondering. There it is.
So we're going to do kind of a math test real quick.
Oh, it's chirping at me.
Yeah, the fun little chicken sounds are adorable. Put in 10 shills. What would happen if you, and it should, oh, sorry, we have to unlock the market. Big red button. I missed the big red button in the middle of the screen again. Dang it. Sorry about that. And then again, because we don't have the, it's still functioning, but if you have the MetaMask and then the egg chain as a tab in that same, it'll function pretty quickly. You're now enabled, and so now you should be able to go in and select a currency. And we want egg. We don't have any egg. There's lots of other colors of chickens that you could do, but egg is the basic component where the game kind of starts. And 10 shill would give you 0.01 egg. Add a 0 to the shill, and we'll just kind of test the numbers going up. That would give you, yeah. And then look at the green number at the bottom of the screen. That price impact is something that we want to be very cognizant of, because depending on how deep the pool is, you can try to transfer more than the pool even has in it. And what would happen is it would massively change the price of your swap, and you would end up really not getting a good deal on the exchange because you're moving the price on the market too much.
Yeah, that's what those ugly numbers look like. Okay, so I'll right back to about there.
So, well, based on that, is that 100,000? Go ahead and add one more 0. Anything less than 5% is a pretty normal average price impact. In really, really deep pools, you end up with less than 1% on a liquidity slippage. But that 1 million shill would actually give you 1,400 egg, which is awesome.
Okay.
So my recommendation for now would be to, let's do Yeah, that's a good amount. So
Okay.
go ahead and approve, and we could put 500 into the first pool and 500 into the second pool, and you could kind of just see how it works. And then you'll probably have
Okay.
to go back up to your little MetaMask and hit your confirmation again.
Yes.
Yeah, every time you click
Something was missing
an
there.
action, you'll have to go back
Okay.
and reconfirm. Yep.
I'll have to set that thinger up at some point. Okay, so I did the thing.
So guess what you have now?
I have eggs.
You have both Shipple on BSC and you have Egg, which is a game token on BSC. Now what you can do is you could actually go and stake some of your Egg in the rewards pool. So over on the left-hand side of the screen where it says reward pools, that will take you back to our very, very fun game, DeFi game. And then down bottom middle is our eggshell pool. You now have Egg, and you could stake Egg in that pool to earn rewards.
Okay.
So let's just start with a test amount of 500.
I don't think it found it yet.
Oh, okay. You may have to refresh the screen, or we may have to actually connect your. Try it just a refresh, and that may pull it in. I have experienced significant issues if you don't have the MetaMask window with the Egg chain as a connected tab. If you have two separate windows, a lot of times it just doesn't connect. And so when you have the MetaMask window open, if you then go up and do new tab instead of new window, it functions quite a bit better. And then I end up, once I've done that, I just copy that address into that new tab. So if you just copy the Egg chain address into a new tab, hopefully my experience has been that it ends up connecting it more easily than having to alternate back and forth. Oh yeah. Well, and then let's see if it's connected to you. Let's go back to the liquidity window, because I wonder if there was a button that a transaction window that we missed. So let's go back to click obtain again. And then go to swap. Yeah, because for some reason it's still showing that you have 0 Egg, and so we probably missed a confirmation. And so go ahead and same thing. Let's do 1,000,000 Shipple for the amount of Egg that it would give you. Because there's a delay on the confirmations with BSC, sometimes they don't always go through. It'll go pending for a while, and then it'll say didn't go through. Sometimes if there's a spike in the network and it's going to charge you more than it said it would, it just returns the transaction and doesn't charge you. Yeah, go ahead and hit swap, and then let's see if we end up with a confirm swap, and then hopefully it'll automatically pull up your confirmation window. And then there's that 10 to 15 second wait. Transaction submitted, and it's pending. And then usually within about 10 seconds, they go through.
Yes. Okay.
Ta-da! So now you should.
Awesome.
Yay! Very exciting. So now you should be able to go back to the reward pool, and you should be able to stake some Egg. So then the question becomes, how much Egg do you want to stake?
I have no idea.
Why don't we do 1,000? Let's stake 1,000 Egg.
Okay.
Fun. You're getting really good at that confirmation window.
Oh, I'll get there.
It's similar to the Anchor wallet, where it's always bringing up a confirmation every time. One of the reasons I like the Wax Cloud wallet for a lot of stuff is you can just automate signatures, and you don't have to do that.
It's just quieter.
Yep,
Okay.
lots of clicking.
Okay,
So the good news is, look at you. So let's just watch the screen for 10 seconds, because about every 10 seconds, you're earning shill. Look at that. So then the question becomes, well, is there a better way to earn more shill for the same amount of input? And so 1,000 Egg is what you put into this first pool. What if we put the equivalent of 1,000 Egg into the other pool and then see what that gives us? Because what would happen is you'd actually be able to see the rewards on both accruing simultaneously and just see which is bigger. for me, I like simple math.
Yeah.
And yes, I could get out my calculator and calculate that, 1,573 versus the amount of egg and know that there's going to be about, 1.5 shill per day per egg. But how does the math work on the LP token? It was click details on the LP, Jen, on the right-hand side. Yep, that one. And so how much LP is staked? Well, 2.27. What does that even mean? There are ways to find out the algorithm, but in my opinion, the easiest way to see what that reward is just to test it out and do what we're about to do, which is put the equivalent of 1,000 egg into the other pool, which would be 500 egg and 500,000 Shipple, because we put 1,000,000 Shipples worth of egg into the first pool. And so if we put half of that amount of egg and 500,000 Shipple, that would be an equivalent value that we're putting into the LP. So we don't have any eggshell LP because that's something we create by adding liquidity to the pool. So let's go ahead and create some eggshell LP for you, Jen, by clicking that obtain here.
Okay.
And how much egg do we have? It'll populate in just a second. It takes a second for you to.
And I have about 5 minutes here, and then I have to run.
Perfect. I think this will take 1 minute if we can get through it.
Oh,
so you only have about 450 egg left. So what if we got enough egg to be able to put 500 egg and 500,000 Shipple? So let's go to swap real quick and buy yourself a little bit more egg. Nice, you're a pro at this. And then however much you want, you could do another 1,000,000, you could do 500,000. We only need a little bit more, but
I'll go with that much. That looks like a good number.
That'll give you 500 egg for sure. Yeah, it's fun. And then what we're going to next, as soon as that approves, is we're going to go to liquidity. We're going to add shill and we're going to add egg to the liquidity pool. What that does is it'll create a liquidity pool token that you can then go put into the rewards pool. And you've contributed to the liquidity so that when people are swapping shill to egg, like you just did, it makes that pool a little bit deeper and makes the price impact a little bit less. And so that you're helping yourself and the community have less price impact with every exchange back and forth between shill and egg.
Okay.
Let's do 500 egg, and then it will calculate the amount of Shipple that equates to.
Perfect.
And then go ahead and approve. And there's actually a couple of approve confirmation screens, because first you approve the liquidity, and then you supply, and then we'll go and stake. It's kind of a multi-step process that's not necessarily intuitive. But anytime there's a big red button in the middle of the screen, a lot of times that's the right answer. Okay. Usually. Yep. Ooh, fun.
Yay.
And then hopefully.
Then I hit the big red button again? Or no?
Yes. And then it should allow you to supply at some point. Yeah, there's kind of a multi-step approval process here that wasn't intuitive for me the first time I tried it. It ended up being that just clicking the big red button in the middle of the screen ended up being the right answer most of the time. Yeah, I got into this a week ago or two. Corey had been talking to me about this for quite a while, and he said, Bullshipples, you got to try this. It's so fun. It's a good way to learn liquidity pools. It's a good way to learn DeFi in a gamified way. Ta-da. So exciting. And I know you have like 30 seconds left, Jen. So the good news is
there we go.
Reward pools.
Woo.
And click stake, and you'll be able to see your number go up. Very exciting. And looking at time, what we've seen is that the transfer process from wax to BSC with your shill took about 5 to 10 minutes. And then getting involved, go ahead and put in 500, or no, do your max, because you created LP with 500 egg and the equivalent of Shipple. So if you just put in the max that you have, it's not very much. You're like 0.01 tokens, liquidity pool tokens. And so what you're putting in is a very small amount, really, the equivalent of 1,000,000 Shipple or 1,000 egg, something like that. And so as soon as this confirms,
Oh, that would be me.
I'm not sure what the timeout is. I think it's like a 30-second timeout if you wait too long, but usually within 30 seconds.
There's probably a way to make it jump out
Oh,
and bite me, so I'll have to do that.
Goodness. So go ahead and go back to your rewards page, or you're there. So click into
Okay.
it.
It's spinning. Oh, I earned a thing.
So you're at 695 and 1.3. So then the question becomes, which is accruing faster? I think the LP pool is accruing faster.
Looks like it. And if I come back in an hour, I'll know for sure.
Yep. So that's how you participate, and that's how you kind of experiment with the system. Any final questions, Jen or Jess, before we do the chop?
I have no final questions. I should stop sharing that, though. That Inception business is too much for me. All right.
That's fun.
Okay. That was fun.
I don't,
Thank
but this
you.
has been very informative.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Well, thank you for sticking around. It's a pleasure to introduce new ideas. Something that I just experienced a week ago. Now we get to share it with our community, and that's kind of fun.
Yes. All right. Well, thanks very much. We'll be back next week. I won't be here next week. Surprise. Spoiler. Greg is going to be here doing a show with somebody doing something. I am not involved in the planning. He said he would handle that. So we're going to have a good surprise.
It's going to be fun.
Mm-hmm. So see you all not next week.
Awesome. Thanks.
Thanks.
See you not next week. Bye-bye.